To be a complete AJAX expert, you should be capable of writing code to interface with web services and web methods without any of ASP.NET's AJAX controls. In this lesson, you'll use the AJAX function of JQuery to call a web method directly, without any automation. It is, however, unlikely that you will ever want to do this when working in the Visual Studio environment. The technique you will learn in this lesson might be useful when working outside the Visual Studio environment. For example, when you need to work with PHP or JSP web applications. This lesson also introduces JSON, that's JavaScript Object Notation. JSON syntax provides a way to define an object within JavaScript. The AJAX jQuery function demands an object for its argument, which requires the use of JSON. To begin this lesson, open the Mega Chat project from your sample files folder. And open default.aspx in source view. You're now going to add code to the sendMessage JavaScript function to call the sendMessage web method directly. The sendMessage function currently calls the sendMessage web method using the pageMethods object that is automatically generated by the Script Manager control. For more on this, see Lesson 8.7. Remove the line pageMethods.sendMessage message and add the following code in its place. $.ajax. Now add the following code inside the AJAX function. Begin curly brackets, type, post, comma, URL, default.aspx / send message, comma, content type, application / JSON, comma, data type, JSON, comma, end curly brackets. This JSON code creates an object with 4 properties. The URL property tells the AJAX function to send a request to default.aspx / send message. This is the syntax needed to address the send message web method on the default.aspx page. Because the request is sent using JavaScript, the page doesn't need to refresh in order to send the request. Instead, the request and response process will be handled by your JavaScript code using AJAX. Now add the following code on the next line inside the curly brackets. Data begin curly brackets, message content begin single inverted commas plus message plus end single inverted commas end curly brackets. The data property uses JSON to create an object with a single message content property. Message content is the argument required by the sendMessage web method. The data property uses the JSON standard. Note that JSON properties are always named, so they do not have to be specified in any particular order. Now let's test your code. Click Debug Start debugging. Now enter a username and press Enter. And in the box at the bottom of the screen, type test message and press Enter. You added a breakpoint to the sendMessage web method in lesson 8.7. The breakpoint is encountered and you are returned to Visual Studio. Now check the value of the message content object. As you can see, your jQuery code sent the value to the web method correctly. This code will work even without a script manager control on the page. You can use exactly the same technique as you've used in this lesson to send a request to any web service or web method by simply changing the URL property. Stop debugging now and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 8.10. Directly call a web method using jQuery and JSON.